guys. Luffy is about to get packed. Luffy's dead. He's out of here, bro. The title is Sentomaru. Now, by the looks of the last chapter, we had seen that Sentomaru, she was fighting, well, I wouldn't say fighting, she was clashing, surprisingly, with Kizaru, you know? And this is Sentomaru clashing with an admiral. And the title of this chapter is Sentomaru. So you put two and two together, she might be dead, but who knows? Beautiful cover magazine. You know, we got Chopper, Usopp, Luffy right here. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Lucci. Is he a cheetah or is he a? Wait, he's a leopard. Wait. Are cheetahs and leopards the same? Anyways, but yeah, we had that. Then we had this beautiful color spread. I mean, so basically what happened, the chapter started off, we were back in Egghead, all the sea beasts were firing, the vice admirals were coming onto the island, and then Sentomaru and Kizaru were throwing hands. And then we got this little panel right here that was still on the pacifist like control hierarchy. Because remember how when Vegapunk was actually making, like, you know what I'm saying, like the Seraphim, like he made it. So 5 elders, and then him, then Sentomaru, and then the authority chip holders that like Kizaru, and then the other admirals they have, right? Well, all the Straw Hats, they were watching the fight from like the Egghead stratum, yeah, the lab stratum. Bro, like, is it just me? But it's like, I can't read big words. Bruh. Like, you would think that I'm in college and like I'm like smart, but like higher level things, hey, my vocabulary can only go so far. I don't like reading books. I read manga. It looked like Sentomaru was low-key holding her own, but then Kizuru hit her with the Yakasana. Let me not butcher this in case any Japanese. Cause I took Japanese, so like I can say this. Give me a minute. Yasakani no Magatam. Yeah, I'm definitely butchering that one. Fuck. See how that went. Got a flashback, and we all know what happens when we see flashbacks. He got packed. Like, actually got packed. Let's just be honest with ourselves for a second. I don't think anyone expected Sentomaru to come out of this alive. But yeah, then Kizuru, he took authority of the authority chip, and then he commanded all of the sea beasts to protect the navy. It's looking like game over for Egghead, I'm not gonna lie. And they realized that Sentomaru was finished, and then they all just started busting out of there again. And then we saw that Megaforce was carrying the sun. I feel like one of the cool things we don't talk about and like we underappreciate about this arc, I feel like there's just a big ass robot just carrying the Sunny around like it's a toy. Cause I mean, like, yeah, like it's a big ass robot. So crazy that like I just feel like it's gonna look really cool to see when it gets animated. But yeah. So they're on their way to the port, and then obviously Kizaru's on his way to the port, and then he was exclaiming that his top priority is that Vegapunk gets eliminated, and we see that slimy guy Lucci just look what he did, guys. In my opinion, he's a bitch. Point blank period. He's a bitch. But like, you gotta kind of feel for the guy though, because you got a Yonko crew. Like Luffy, he's acknowledged as like a Yonko now. So like, if I was getting pinned down by Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, just one of them, Sanji, I might be able to throw a little bit hands. But like Zoro and both of them, you're telling me I have to fight both of them with no help, like at that moment? But like in previous chapters, oh yeah, cuff me up, because I will not be taking part in that. Absolutely not. You cannot pay me enough to fight both of them. Like, I'm fighting a Yonko and then his second mate. You're crazy. No. But yeah, so we see that Kaku, it looks like she got packed. Oh, I thought this was really funny. Sanji whipped out he took the Glock from Nami and just was ready to Hey, Sanji was ready to go, but we see Zoro, he took out the swords and was ready to bend back for Stussy. You see how his whole attitude just changed when Kizaru gets here? You're all good as dead now that Kizaru and I are together. Like, why are you on his dick? And he said, Kizaru and I. What have you done this whole time? Gear 5 Luffy packed you up. What makes you think that Zoro can't do the same? So now it seems like we're about to see Zoro versus Awakened Leopard Zone. So like, that's gonna be interesting to see, because that's two completely different archetypes. Like, I don't think we've ever seen Zoro fight somebody who wasn't like a swordsman or something. So like, this is gonna be an interesting matchup. I definitely think that Lucci's not winning. If he got one shot by a Gear 5 Luffy, a couple attacks from Zoro, he's cooked. Finished. Come on, guys. Like, seriously, do we really think Lucci's actually about to win this? Because so far with his Awakened Zone feat that we have seen, he got one shot by Gear 5 Luffy, and that's literally the only feat that we have. Well, he probably has defeated some fodder, but like, we can't disrespect Zoro. And like, there's no way he loses this. And as we get to the end of the chapter, you see that Kizaru finally found where the Sunny was going, and then they were all on the ship as well. But then Luffy jumps off the Sunny. Hey, a long time no see. Conqueror's ornament hockey kicks him. Like, are we looking at the same? Luffy just kicked an admiral, touched him. Let me zoom in on this. Right, he literally is touching him right now, and we cannot downplay this feat, because let's look back at Sabaody. Luffy was getting absolutely mollywopped by Kizuru back then. We cannot forget that. Couldn't touch him. His crew was getting sent all to these different kinds of places, and Luffy couldn't land a finger on him. Not only because was he TA Logia, Kizuru physically looks like he was like shook. Like he looks like that. Like whoa, like he's touching me. Like wait, hold on, that's And then just in badass Luffy fashion to close out the chapter, he goes, "I see that you're as cheeky as ever. We're 100 times stronger now than we were 2 years ago, Kizaru. But guess what? There's a fucking break next week." Now guys, I'm gonna have a video coming out that's gonna be talking about Kizaru versus Luffy, because I have been ducking and dodging spoilers for this chapter. Kind of figured that Luffy and Kizaru were gonna end up fighting. But what I haven't been able to put my finger on is who's gonna win this matchup. Because I'm trying to think of this both logically and narratively. Because I won't say too much that I'm not gonna have already said in the video, but there's two things that I see happening, right? Either Luffy loses this fight, but it's not gonna be as bad as it was in Sabaody. It's just gonna be like, he's gonna go Gear 5th, and we're gonna see a limitation with Gear 5th in some way, kind of like how we saw with Gear 4th. That's one way this can go. So that's narrative. And like logically, like, should he really lose this? Because like, aside from Kizuru being an admiral, what does he really have that Luffy doesn't? Because you could say speed. If we take Film Red, for example, Shanks was able to catch up with him in Film Red. Like, that's where we get into like power scaling. I don't think Luffy should lose this fight. But I also think that he should lose this fight because I feel like he's been on such a good run lately. And like, this is like that ultimate test of like, what can Gear 5 really do? And this is going to show him like, oh, I need to master this form to now get my get back. You know what I'm saying? But then we get into the fact that like, okay, if Zoro defeats Lucci, this is the last thing I'm going to say about this before the video. But if Zoro defeats Lucci and then they all go to save Luffy from Kizuru, how do they get out of there? Because Kizaru's made of light. No one other than Sanji, Zoro, and Jinbei should be able to touch Kizuru. Kizaru's a light man. He can just dash over to the Sunny if they try to run away. Like a Kude burst will get them out of there for sure, but like by the time that charges up, Kizaru's gonna already be on the ship. What do you guys think? Because I'm stumped. I truly don't know who wins this fight. Like I feel bad because like I'm a One Piece creator and I'm a One Piece enthusiast, and I just like, I can't put my finger on who would win this fight because it really can go either way. But we have to wait another week for it, so I guess we're gonna spend the next week trying to decipher this. I know I am, but like maybe by the time I have this video out of Kizaru versus Luffy, I actually have an answer to this question. But let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what y'all think. But if y'all want me to do like more like manga type reactions to like these chapters, I'm catching up on Bleach and JJK, trying to catch up with My Heroes. Like, y'all want more like necessarily like chapter breakdowns, but just like my like reactions to the chapter. Let me know what you guys want. I'll do that, you know what I'm saying? And if this gets like copyrighted or something, then I'll just throw like the characters up here and like I'll just like walk it through y'all with y'all like how I am doing like right now. So just let me know, you know what I'm saying? And I'll see y'all in the next video because chapter was insane, but you know we have to wait another week for it. So you know, chat. That's just make sure y'all go follow me on Twitch and like all those other socials and like yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all.